¿Qué pasa, campeones? Welcome back to D Spots here outside of the Camp Nou, reporting live for you guys, for all you culés, about the Philippe Coutinho presentation. I want to start off with my sincere apologies. I wanted to go live while Felipe Coutinho was coming out. If you guys saw part one of this video, I was giving a little introduction as I was inside of the stadium. And when he did come out and I tried to go live, it was absolutely impossible. It always happens within the Camp Nou during matches. Whenever I've tried to go live in the past, it's impossible because of the amount of people that are having access to their mobile phones, and 4G just goes tits up, and it's impossible to do live streaming. So my apologies. It was impossible. I tried to do it for Barca Blaugranes as well on Facebook. It was a no-go, impossible. So hope you caught part one, a little bit of a preview there. I was speaking to a new friend of mine, the Culé Granny, Barca Granny. She was very sweet, telling us about a whole bunch of history and what she's seen. A la Madrid, I saw your question there. Yes, I do my podcast with Kian later on today at 4:30 p.m. CET, Central European Time. As I see my man JC in the house, Coutinho, 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 lots of Murneys. And Moares saying, I really feel that this man will shock the whole world. He really is so happy. Yeah, man. So, okay, a little bit of my impressions. What can I say about the presentation? Más de lo mismo. We've seen it before. We see it all the time. It was his lifelong dream to be by that little statue of Clive. And let me show you what my view is. Right there, we see people cuddling up in front of the Kubala statue. In any case, what did Felipe Coutinho say? He came out, he said it was his lifelong dream to be a Barca player. He's always wanted to be a Barca player. Like I said, más de lo mismo, lo hemos escuchado mil veces. We've heard it 1,000 times before. He was there for maybe 5 minutes max, not at all a lot longer. He didn't do very many keepy ups, which I thought was quite llamativo, quite interesting. He was there playing a little bit of tiki-taka with some kids, with some toddlers, which I thought was probably to save face, maybe because during Dembele's presentation they he kind of fucked it up a little bit. And they were like, look, don't do that so much and play with some kids instead. It's a family affair. Happy days, happy families. So but yeah, that way, I mean, it was not a big deal in terms of the presentation. No fireworks or nothing. A lot of people in the stands, I would say maybe between 20, 40,000. Everybody very excited. And look, what can I say? I'm excited as well. I'm sure all of us are excited. If you're a regular viewer of these spots, you'll know that in my previous video I voiced my concerns as well, as a lot of you guys also have. 160 million for this player in particular. It's a lot of money. Pirlo said something very interesting. I don't know if you guys saw this, but Pirlo, the legend, came out and said if Van Dijk cost 85 million, then sure as shit, Coutinho is worth double that. Maybe. What can we conclude? That football nowadays is just going mental. 120 fijos fixed, I can accept, more or less, given that how long has it been that Madrid paid 100 million for Bale? Was it 4 years ago now, something like that? That's not to say I'm not excited. I'm obviously curious to see how Valverde is going to use him. Yesterday, Valverde spoke about, or was asked the question in the press conference, which I translate. I hope you guys saw that in Media Pro, about how is he going to use or incorporate Felipe Coutinho. He said, I've seen him play on the left, I've seen him play on the right, for Liverpool and the Selección Brasileira. One thing I can tell you for sure is that he is not going to play as goalkeeper. Very funny, of course. Valverde shown a rare sense of humor there. I thought was interesting. Look, 4-3-3. Iniesta, that's the spot. That's what I think that the future of his role will be. I don't see him playing with the front three. Of course, he's a very attacking player that could easily play with the front three. But who you're going to sacrifice? You're going to sacrifice your 150 million kid. Dembele, put him on the bench. You're going to sacrifice Luis Suarez. Luis is back. By the way, JC, I told you he was going to come back, and I'm happy he is. He's full-fledged back. That's old school Luis Suarez we saw yesterday. What is it, 6 goals in 5 matches? You got to be happy. We got to be critical when we need to be, but we also have to give credit where it is due and when it is due. And right now, Luis Suarez is back, baby. And I'm very happy. So, obviously, Coutinho has no place in the front three. Iniesta, also still, in my opinion, a tip-top player. Rakitic, with as much slack as he gets on a regular basis. I've been critical of him in the beginning of the season, but he's back. So where does it leave him? Where does it leave this system? This system right now that is producing great results. I'm now jumping ahead, but is Griezmann coming in summer? In which case, for sure, somebody would have to be sold, the likes of Luis Suarez, because also from, say, a financial standpoint, it's impossible to keep this up. So, like I said in previous cases, a lot of you guys ask it, a lot of you guys are curious, a lot of you guys might have a better answer than me, in all honesty. I think what Valverde is going to do is going to revert back to a 4-3-3, incorporate. We saw him already start over the weekend, and I expect him to continue to do so, as in starting Dembele, and have basically Iniesta rest a whole lot more during La Liga games. He will be playing, of course, all of the Champions League games, which is going to be also demanding. Make no mistake. The Champions League right now is going to heat up more than ever, because Barca is not destined, but determined for sure, but obliged is the word I'm looking for, to win this Champions League. Absolutely no doubt. After spending Neymar's money and then some, if not in the next 2 years, the next 3 years, Barca better win a Champions League, or else there's trouble. There's hell to be paid. These doors right here, there'll be people smashing down the windows. I've seen it happen when the people were demanding Gaspar's head to be rolled. So, anyways, guys, enough of me ranting. Let me get to your questions. I want to thank you guys for always sticking with this channel. I know there's a lot of channels out there, but my D-Spot loyals, you guys are give me the motivation to say, you know what, I'm gonna take my bike, take a little quick break from my work, and cycle down to the Camp Nou and get you guys a little bit of the action, or at least try to. Unfortunately, lagging didn't allow me to give you guys the live stream. But anyway, enough of that. Let me get to your questions. Moares saying, I really feel this man. Oh, yeah. So, okay. Good point. Coutinho. Do I believe that he's happy? Of course. Do I believe he's going to give his all? Absolutely. And he could have a very positive impact. I'm not saying that he won't. In fact, I hope, of course, that he does. The same when Paulinho came, when we were also critical. Right now, I have Paulinho up here, man. I love the guy. Seems like a genuinely good dude, as well as Coutinho. He's obviously very excited, very happy to be here, and I hope that he can continue to, be as big of an offensive threat as he was in the Premier League. In the Premier League, he scored plenty of goals, which is very hard to do. So hopefully here in Spain, that is more tactical, but a more offensive-minded type of game, he can continue to be the offensive threat that he was over there. Make no mistake, I have no doubt about it. So, that's... I'm sure his intentions are to be the best player that he can. Johnny Carlos saying, Coutinho is a Barca player, and there's nothing Liverpool fans can do about it. Yes, sir. Alamadri saying, you see my question on Twitter to ask Kian? No, I have not. I haven't seen your question yet. I'll have a look at it later. If not, just repost it or tag me again, and I'll make sure we answer it on the pod later today with Kian Churros y Tácticas, of course. What number do you think he's going to get? So Coutinho's or everybody's saying that he's going to get el número 7, number 7. The amount of likes that this video has gotten so far. Number 7, of course, means that it's a little awkward. It's a little bit awkward because Arda Turan currently has number 7. It means that he's getting kicked out the door. It means that Barca has turned a cold shoulder and telling Ardan, man, take any offer. Please get out of here. You cost us a whole lot of money. Your wages are ridiculous. We made a mistake. We want you to move on. Please do the same. And Ardan is like, I'm going to sit this one out as long as I can and keep getting that money. Keep making them checks is what Ardan is thinking, and rightfully so. I would do the exact same thing. Why go somewhere else that is a club that doesn't want to pay you the same wages when you have got the contract of a lifetime? You might as well sit it out. We can have a debate on whether that's professional or not, whether an athlete should do that or not. He's obviously, in it. I mean, the money is just too good. So, right now I'm cash strapped, so I would definitely agree with Ardan Turan and take the money and just sit it out. I feel Liverpool fans right now, we felt that with Ney. Says Moares. Moares, yeah, I guess so. With Neymar, I think it was done and dealt with in a far different manner. It was very sneaky behind the door tactics, whereas Coutinho placed the transfer request, did everything kind of upfront and the right way. So I think in that sense, do I understand why Liverpool fans should feel frustrated? Of course. They're losing, if not their best player, one of their best players. But it's the way that this transfer what has been done that is, you can't compare the two for me. You can't compare. Muntasir saying, Diego, please congratulate me for having so much patience about Coutinho's transfer. At last is successful. Congratulations to you, Muntasir. Adrian saying, do you know which players we are getting rid of this transfer window? Biscal Barça. Adrian, the spot loyal, old school cat. So of course all eyes are set on Turan, that I mentioned before. His reluctance to leave, however, for the reasons I just mentioned. Andre Gomez. Gomez, of course, also came with 35 million transfer fee and leaves, with Paulinho being in the form that he is and a regular starter, now another midfielder joining the team, and leaves a lot of questions as to his future, what will happen with Andre Gomez, who as well, give credit to him, he's been playing a lot better recently. So what will happen with him? My man, Denis Suarez. Denis, I feel bad for him. I hope that he's not going to Napoli. I hope that he can continue to fight for a spot and be given a fair chance, because I still believe in him. But Denis Suarez linked heavily more than ever with Napoli at this point. Deulo fell, Deulo not competing for the same position. Deulo also looking over to perhaps Inter de Milan. So yeah, those even people talking about even Rakitic. Even Rakitic, I don't think will be sold during this transfer window, but some rumors surrounding his permanencia, his stay at the club, are also put into question. We'll see. But Barca's got a lot of homework to do in terms of shipping players out, and I'm very curious to see how and who will go. Moa is saying, today's my birthday. I get the best present, Coutinho to Barca. Happy birthday, says Johnny Carlos, and happy birthday from D-Spot as well. So yeah. Mohammed is saying, what's your opinion about Yerry Mina? I saw some reports that Piqué won't sign his contract because he wants to move to the major league. Is this true? Yerry Mina is supposed to arrive tomorrow. That is what that is what everybody's reporting, what the newspapers are reporting. As far as I'm concerned, then in that case, he should arrive tomorrow. His transfer fee being around 12 to 14 million. I'm happy with his arrival. I think that we, despite the fact that Vermaelen, again, give credit where it is due, the guy's playing good. Vermaelen is finally showing the reason why Zubizarreta brought him into the club. But, if we can beefing up that defense, then all the better. Despite the fact that right now it's so solid, it's so solid. 7 goals only conceded this season, my days, and Ter Stegen being an absolutely tip-top form again over the weekend. Stopping all those balls from going in. I love it. I love the fact that we are so solid in defense. An area where we've always been criticized and has been always kind of a little bit our Achilles heel, but no longer. Not under Valverde. We're a good ass defensive team. Black AMV saying Tubon Mok is love. Not understanding that, but yep. Anything that involves the word love, then I'm all for it, of course. Mohammed is saying, D-Spot, do you think we'll regret signing Dembele instead of Mbappe because he's in great form at PSG? Easy, of course. A bit of an opportunistic question. Mbappe is killing it. Undoubtedly a world superstar in the making, if not already. Showing his talent week in, week out. What a beast. What a man-child. What an exciting player. Would love to have him on my team. But before everything was taking place, a lot of the true my Barca critics and references were putting their money on Dembele, saying that he would fit the Barca system better. That made me believe that, yes, getting Dembele over Mbappe was the right decision at the time. Now, of course, he was injured. He's now back. He has a lot of adaptation to do. He's behind schedule in that sense. He needs to catch up quickly because he has a huge price tag over hanging over his head and a lot of pressure that comes with that. So, time will tell. Time will tell. I hope that I still trust that Dembele is and was the right choice, but that's not taking away anything from a killer and the phenomenal man-child player that is Mbappe, who, I'm just happy he didn't go to Madrid. You know what I'm saying? I'm just really happy that man-child, I have no other word for him, didn't go to Madrid because he's a killer, man. He's awesome. He's awesome. Jacko was saying, Diego, what do you think? Did we sign a controlling midfielder? Maybe Thiago Artur Melo? Well, yeah, Coutinho is not the kind of controlling midfielder that you expect, of course. Offensive-minded, likes to take the ball, carry it by himself, and have some phenomenal moments, individual moments. Not the kind of controlling midfielder that the style of, say, a Xavi or an Iniesta, but neither is Paulinho. Paulinho, 7 goals, fitting in nicely. Barca is transforming. Not only our business model right now is we're seeing it transform, we're seeing it change in front of our eyes. Bartomeu opting more for a Real Madrid type of business model in terms of Galácticos over Cantera, Cartera over Cantera, as they say here, Cartera meaning wallet, and signing big name players, man. Leaving not a lot of option, not a lot of space for our homegrown talent. So, what was the question again? Oh, the controlling midfielder. Yeah, I mean, look, I think, Denis Suarez could be a controlling midfielder. I believe Sergio Roberto is a controlling midfielder. Samper, who, bless his heart and hope him a speedy recovery, could be more of a controlling midfielder to take over Busquets, Oriol Busquets, Aleña, Arnaiz, of course, not a controlling midfielder, but these kind of guys, Palencia, homegrown talent, man. I'm a romantic, and I hope that this model continues, that we still have room for canteranos, because that's what made this club beautiful always. It's always been a mix of canteranos and star players. But right now, at the moment, it's leaning more towards one side, and I'm fearful in that sense that, referring to Rakitic, hold on, let me see. Andy and Jenny saying, nice to have a couple on the D-Spot chat, but Luis Suarez needs to leave in my opinion, we need some younger, better decision maker. I'm happy he didn't go to Madrid too. Talking about Dembele and Luis Suarez. Talking about Luis Suarez needing to leave. I don't want him to leave. I don't want him to leave. I hope that in the future Luis Suarez can accept the role of Hendrik Larsson. If you guys remember that, Hendrik Larsson, of course, a phenomenal striker that accepted to come to Barca to play a secondary role, and I hope that's something that Luis Suarez can evolve into. Not this season. I think he's bang on form again. I believe in him. He's back. Look at the goals that he's scoring, 6 and 5. For me, it's I'm not giving up on Luis Suarez yet, but eventually, of course, we need to. Guys, I'm slowly gonna be signing off here. I'm on 20 minutes, and it is 2:35. I gotta bounce. I have to go. So hope you guys enjoyed this live stream. Sorry if we didn't get to your question. Official Niche saying, "Hey D, I'm sad." Of course, Official Niche, one of our Madridista friends. Always good to see him joining in the live chat, the live stream. And I understand why he's sad, man. 16 points behind, and things are not looking good for Real Madrid, facing no other than PSG in the Champions League. Mountains to climb for Real Madrid. What a difference 4 months makes. That's why, guys, stay humble, because we never know what will happen to us in 4 months. We've been there, and they've been there, and it's football. Ciclos. It's all cycles. You win some, you lose some. Madrid's been winning 3 out of 4 Champions Leagues and La Liga now. It's our turn now, baby. It better be. All right, guys. D-Spot signing off. Subscribe if you haven't already. Share with your friends. Spread the news. Let's grow this channel, boy. Let's help me grow this channel. I'm gonna spend more effort into this channel. The reasons for which I'll tell you another time, but expect more content on a regular basis, not the once a week. Expect much more content. So yeah, that's it, guys. That's it for me. I hope you enjoyed. I'm gonna upload the video that I recorded or tried to record of Philippe Coutinho in the stadium, seeing as I couldn't give it to you live, but it wasn't a big deal. You guys didn't miss much in any case. Guys, campeones, un abrazo fuerte, campeones. Big hug from me, and we'll speak soon again. Subscribe to this channel. Subscribe to my social media so you guys know exactly when I'll go live, okay? All right, guys. Peace out. Sorry, I'm holding on because I see Adrian saying, "I sent you a Facebook message a couple of weeks ago watching Being Sports, and I could have sworn I heard your voice translating Iniesta post-match." It's very possible. Thanks, Adrian. All right, peace out, guys.